Oh shit, we're muted. Ha, my bad. My bad, my bad. That always happens. I do that once in a while. It's because I was just recording something. Everyone's freaking out. I know, my bad. It's 3 in the morning, all right? It's 3 in the morning here. It's 3 a.m. Imagine if we did the whole session. The chat sometimes doesn't go right away, and then the messages come in. I refreshed, and then I just seen all the messages. I just refreshed it. Might have to wait till like New York session. Like there was an entry I just called out not long ago on gold. And maybe it's setting up for a New York session today. We caught an entry earlier. Was a fire entry. There's 2 trades. I've called out 2 trades in the last like 7 hours. The last 7 hours I've called out 2 trades. In the last, since New York session, I've called out 3. I called out a trade in New York session. We've won 3 trades in a row technically here. Like this one didn't hit full take profit. We just hit take profit 3. We just hit take profit 3 on this trade. It went up a little bit more than pulled back. Might be another re-entry for New York session. Gold might be setting up maybe for New York session, depending on this 4 hour. Like 4 hour is pulling back. We're getting some like rejection around this 51.50. That's where we caught the other trade. So in the last 7 hours, I've called out 2 trades, but since yesterday, I've called out 4 trades. 4 trades. It's Tuesday. I've called out 4 trades. One day, you're going to see me calling out 10 trades a week, all right? Warming up. I've called out 4 trades since the market opened up. We've gone over some stuff, too. Yeah, there was a sniper entry. Sniper entry that we caught on gold. Earlier in the night, Tokyo session. Gold had a crazy drop tonight. Was pretty much like free falling. Lots of momentum down. This is where like a lot of people are panicking or maybe getting in early. I was waiting it out. I don't know why I muted. That's weird because I had it unmuted. That was weird. Yeah, if you're inside the inner circle, you've seen some trades. I've called out some trades. We've talked about some things. 51.50, 51.55 area gold buys. That was earlier tonight. 51.50, it's still above 51.50 on the 4 hour. So actually, literally, like if you look at gold earlier tonight, we were streaming actually earlier tonight while this thing was dropping. Some of you guys might have been awake, might have been seeing gold earlier in the night. Maybe some of you guys were in sells. Huge move down, and now we're consolidating. So we're consolidating. It doesn't really look like London's like London. We tried to push up a little bit. If London doesn't really push too much, then it might consolidate into New York and try to grab liquidity in New York. Like if it just consolidates like this, you got to be kind of like mindful of like New York session. It could try to just spike down, grab liquidity. There was an entry. I called out an entry moments ago. We just hit take profit 3 on a trade. We just caught these buys on gold. There was an entry. And maybe there's another entry still setting up on like the 4 hour for a bigger move. Like going into New York today, if you look at like the 4 hour structure right now on gold, we are pulling back a bit. Maybe that 51.50 level is going to hold. 4 hour has kind of just like exhausted out a little bit here. We're getting like a break and retest on structure. If we look here on this chart, this is Xauusd's 4 hour. The last 4 hour rejected. So I looked at that. Some of you guys might have seen the trade we were in moments ago. It hit take profit 3. Gave us a good push. I called out 51.65, 51.70 area. Gave us almost a 200 pip push pretty much from our zone. that zone might not hold. There might be a new zone to find later on in New York. Like, I always call it different zones at different times. If you notice, like earlier tonight, I called out a zone at 5150. Now that was going into like Tokyo session. And the market was at a different time and point there, right? Like where that was, what was happening on the chart, right? It was that entry was there for that moment. It's like, do we always have to look at the same entry again? No, not really. We can try to time things, because think about it. That was a trade that I caught, and I sent it out. I sent it to you guys all in the inner circle. There's almost 700 of you guys inside of the inner circle. All of you guys would have got that signal. Some of you guys Europe, maybe you guys in Europe were sleeping. But not for me, it's not really a late time. 8:19. That's like going into Tokyo session. We talk about this stuff a lot. So anybody who's new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel here if you're new. Because we talk about this stuff a lot. So this is like going into like Tokyo session. Right? And I was at 5150. Whole numbers. We always talk about the power of whole numbers. This is why I teach it all the time, because it matters with gold. I teach it a lot. Every single session, every single week, we talk about whole numbers, different examples, why they matter with gold. I'm showing you guys, not in hindsight, I'm showing you guys this stuff in real time too. Real live execution that I've sent to almost 700 people that are inside of my inner circle community, right? And we're getting these reactions in real time. So this is like a sniper entry. And I mean, strategy is strategy. You got to approach strategy consistently, because if you don't take trades, you're going to miss trades, right? You might hesitate, but you can still learn from that. But like sometimes you're going to get perfect sniper entries. Most of the time you might have like average, okay, decent entries. Like you positioning yourself in the right territories to where the market could react. So gold was free falling. Came down to 5150. If you watch the 1 minute, this is where it might get a little tricky for most of you guys, because you would have had to be literally watching the 1 minute chart to catch this and see the 1 minute react. So it might be a little tricky here, right? Because if you look at the time I sent this signal at, look at the exact time. I sent it at 8:19. So you would have had to actually be looking at the 1 minute chart to see this shift up in price. Okay, I sent it at 8:19. Now I sent a buy for 5150, 5155. Price was above that, but I saw it started to actually react here. And in the moment, if you're like in that moment when price is doing this, if you're looking at the 15 minute and the 30 minute, it's starting to form a wick. The 5 minute, 15 up to the 30 minute in that moment is starting to form a wick. So maybe some early signs. This is where it could get like a little bit more advanced, and experience can come down to things, seeing these things happen in real time. So I sent the signal at 8:19. You would have had literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes to enter. Maybe like 8, to be honest, because I called out again a zone. But yeah, like 7 to 8 minutes to enter. Price, timing, patience, letting the market get down to an extreme area, right? So these are real signals that I'm sending in real time, right? I'm not just going back, showing you guys examples. I'm showing you guys like examples from experience. Market came down to an extreme area and structure, which is still holding. Technically still holding. Which is right there is, what's that? Like 143, 144. Yeah, that 144, 143, that low, 142 is still holding there. So when you look at where the market dipped into, technically it's in an area where the market could respond, where it could react to, right? Some of you guys ask, what's the difference between the inner circle? Well, we go over this stuff every single day. The stuff I'm talking about right now, every single day. These signals happen every day, every other day. I might come on here, break some stuff down when I see something, but we're doing this every single day. The zone's still holding that I called out, so I came on here to break some things down for you guys and show you guys where gold's at on the 4-hour. So when you look at the 4-hour, you look at the gold chart on the 4-hour, structure is still technically kind of bullish here when you're looking at this low here. Which again, I think that's like around like what, 145, 144, 140, like that low that I just highlighted and talked about. Now you could see multiple lows there when you kind of go to smaller time frame. I sent you guys a trade there this morning, well yesterday morning. 4-hour. Look at the line chart. So you can see we're above here. So pretty much like as long as we stay above here, we get bullish closure above here. Market could flip up on the 4-hour. Try to go back to the highs potentially. Same here. Like I was saying, 4-hour, we have like a rejection there on the 4-hour. That's part of why I took the second trade. So there was a second trade I took tonight. But look at this entry, perfect sniper entry, right? I talk about why whole numbers matter every week, every day on these sessions with you guys, every day, every week. Every day, I would say. Because like if you pay attention to price every day, every other day, you're gonna see these things play into effect. So if you're trying to get, you know, maybe more precise on your entries, one thing, be extra patient when you think you see a setup. Maybe wait additional time too. Don't chase every single candlestick. Wait for certain prices. The market, especially with gold, really likes 50s. Zeros, 25s. We talk about that stuff a lot. And you can see this made a 300 pip move, $30 move, caught. Nice reaction. Sniper entry point. And that's kind of where it just goes into consistency and taking trades. Like if you're just consistent in your strategy and your entries, you'll catch entries like that, right? They will show up. Right now, 4-hour. Last signal I sent was a couple hours ago. I think it was a couple hours ago, maybe like 2 hours ago. 1:45 a.m. Gold buys. So this already reacted. It already hit take profit 3. It's kind of fluctuating in the same zone. So gold buy 51.70, 51.65 area. Call this out. You can see the time there a couple hours ago, like almost 2 hours ago, 1:45. This already give us some profit potential. It's still in profit at the moment. If you're still holding it, it is still in profit. Call this out at 140. So this trade was over here at 145. I called this out right here on this candlestick for 51.70, 51.65 area. So this trade gave us, again, like this trade, it quickly went to take profit 1. Like once it pulled back here, it went to take profit 1, but then it went to our zone. So this is the exact zone I called out. We already hit take profit 3. Take profit 3 was literally right here. I think like when you hit like a take profit 3, like it can be good to maybe take partials, take some profit around there. Reactions, like think about my night. I've gotten 2 reactions at different times. So I can look at it like you don't always have to go for home runs. If you're trying to go for farther targets, you may have to hold the trades longer. It's easier to maybe hit some take profit 3s, take profit 2s, depending on where they are. For example, this hit 51.83. 51.65, 51.70 was the entry area. So it actually gave us a good push from that area. And it gave us some pips. It's still in profit. Like the entry zone I called out was right here. Right? I'm using wide stop losses on gold right now. Maximum target is 5,200 for this setup, right? Using wider stop losses right now on gold. But yeah, like this thing gave a perfect reaction at 65. Could have caught some pips, right? So there's been some profit potential already. It's still in profit. Like the same zone I called out is still in profit, right? There was a nice shift up in price. Like after, like I called out literally a trade here. I called out literally a trade here. Giving you guys some action here. I'm giving you guys some profitable outcomes, right? For timing. Like if you look at time, it's like Tokyo session, called out an entry, profit. London session, called it an entry, it's in profit. I'm probably, it's either this entry zone's gonna hold, or I'm gonna call out another entry in New York session, which would be like a new zone if price invalidates this area. Like if this area gets invalidated, I have to look for a different setup, right? Which I could probably guess is gonna come maybe around 51.50 if it goes back down there. Same trade I called out is still in profit. A lot of you guys took the trade. Type in the chat for me. Let me know in the chat if any of you guys got in the trade I called out literally 2 hours, almost 2 hours ago. About 2 hours ago. Still in profit. I saw the 30-minute rejected. There was a nice 30-minute rejection. So if you're watching gold, there was a nice 30-minute rejection candle. I saw that move happen. So I saw the down move happen, and I was like, all right, time to get ready to potentially send a signal here with how this candle was behaving. All right, if you were watching gold, simple entry, nothing crazy. All right, it's just price behavior, understanding price behavior, like what this candle did. All right, how it grabs liquidity here. This candlestick right here is what I'm talking about. Because that's at 130. I sent the trade. 145. 145. 30-minute candle. What's that candle doing, really? Like, if are you like sweeping these lows too? Next candle was entry. We got entry on the next candlestick. Bam. That was the trade that we were in. And it's like when you get reactions like that in a key time, it's like boom. It's like London session done. It's like I can wait to try to see if I get another entry later on. It could be quick to get reactions like that. You don't always have to go for home runs. There's always profit potential to take, I find, in trades, to where you can always reassess the setup, or maybe you get back in if you're trying to look for those home runs, hundreds and hundreds of pips. Like most trades you take will probably be average. Some will lose. Like most trades will probably be average. Some will lose, and then majority should win. So not all those winners are going to be like home runs that have to go 500 to 1,000 pips in profit, 700 pips, right? If you're entering based on strategy, you're getting good entries in the market using confirmations. You can get minimal moves on average that might be easier to collect, reposition yourself. That's how I scale faster personally. When I catch moves like this, quickly get out when it makes like a significant move, or I see like a good number of profit that I'm up. Close. Because as quick as that number can come, as quick as those pips can come, it's like you can always reassess. Usually, like I tend to talk like this very, very often. All right, how I'm talking right now is not like anything new. It's not any new language for any of you guys who have tuned in consistently. So where are we at in the chat? What are you guys saying in the chat? What do you guys want? What do you want? All right, I've given out 2 trades already. What do you guys want? You want a third? We're looking for the third? No, I'm kidding. What do you guys want? What do you want? Huh? What do you guys want? I just recorded 6 videos, actually, that I'm going to upload to YouTube, trade breakdowns from signals that I've sent. I just recorded some videos before this session. So 51.50, look at the 4 hour, right? What do you guys see? Look at this red candle, right? We might be holding that area. 4 hour could potentially be trying to flip. If the dollar, so let's talk about the dollar real quick. Look at this thing right now. 4 hour. Some rejection coming in. If this holds, see this high here, if this high holds, if dollar rejects, if we get like significant enough movement on the dollar, the 4 hour will flip on gold, right? If the dollar can reject, actually, that's going to give you that 4 hour flip on gold. That could happen, right? If you look at the two, how they're matching up right now, if dollar flips down, if dollar rejects, it doesn't even have to be big. Like if this candle closes bearish and the next one goes down, that could flip gold up. That could flip it up back to like the high or 5,200, at least like 5,200, or maybe even go above 5,200. Looking at the dollar right now, looks pretty good. What do you guys say in the chat? One public trade. All right. Hey, Inner Circle is an investment. All right, you got Inner Circle. Wait till 2.0. 2.0 is coming out. 40 days, well, 38 days. Now we're counting down. I'm going to get some flyers out. You're going to see me really active the next 30 days. I've been pretty active. You guys see me popping up. The last couple of days, we've been active since Sunday, right? I came on before the market opened. 2.0. This is basically an outline. 2.0. Like, Inner Circle might seem expensive right now, but when 2.0 comes out, right now it's still early. Inner Circle is still early right now, yo. We're still in the early phases, right? We're still in the foundation, the build-up. All right, we're in the foundation still. You know, like a house. You know how a house gets made? And you start like with the basement, foundation, right? You build up, right? 2.0 is launching in 38 days from now. Like, we're going to be launching 2.0, and this is kind of like an outline of how 2.0 is going to look. This is not everything. There's more of an updated version now for 2.0. So right now, Inner Circle is still early. Inner Circle is still early, all right? Should have took profits. Some of you guys should have took some profits on some cryptos. It's like buy Bitcoin, buy crypto, or ECABS USD. ECABS USD, Inner Circle Elite. Crypto's looking spicy. Half the year, like the first half of this year is not looking too good. Yeah, 4 hour, it might be timing though. Timing wise could be key today. New York session, like the 4 hour does look good right now, but it's not like it has to flip exactly right now. The dollar is definitely going to need some like more rejection, like more of like a stronger rejection down, and that could bring in that flip that I think I'm starting to see maybe building up on the 4 hour chart. Four hours maybe building up. It could be New York though. Entry could be more significant in New York session. If that dollar rejects, like makes the high in New York, then could be interesting, like how it's shaping up, how it's even looking right now. Even, yeah, like Forex.com, there's a slight difference. Like they're similar. Like look at Forex.com, Oanda. Someone asked like, which one do I always like to look at Forex.com more. I don't know. It's just like a preference. My broker matches Oanda, however. Like the broker that I'm trading off of is like Oanda price. Like it looks like the Oanda chart more. So like, yeah, like when I'm looking at MT5, when I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at this. But most of the time when I'm like on TradingView, I'm looking at Forex.com. I don't know, like I'll scroll between them both. Like you see I have a tab here. Like I have a tab here of more than one gold. Like I have XAU on Oanda. I think it's good to kind of keep an eye on maybe like both of the price action. Maybe you'll have a preference of one over the other. Like my preference is Forex.com, I would say, but like right now, I'm looking at both. Like if you watch me stream enough, like I'm flipping between both. Like I'm literally like going between both a lot of the time, right? Like look at the 1 hour. 1 hour's like when you look at the 1 hour on both, 1 hour's like look at the 1 hour candle. So there might be like this is why I like forex.com right here. See this? Shooting star formation. Alanda's like, I mean, there's a nice rejection there. I mean, forex.com could be sometimes a bit more clear, I find. Sometimes, like, I don't know, see that candle up there, difference up there at the top. But like, I mean, if you look at here, these candles, they're the same, right? I guess you don't, you know. So around certain times of the day, like the finish of the day, certain like going into New York session, I think is one like look right now, they both looking like okay, structure's kind of lining up. So I wouldn't say one's better, like both. Like I'm always fluctuating kind of like through both when I'm on here. Yo. Translator, there is translator, yeah. Like I mean, I'm English, so it's like, YouTube has translation, you know. I'm not, you know, maybe in the future, like when we upgrade things, like you know, there could be a way for that. YouTube has translation though. Like that's what most people do is just translate on YouTube automatically. That's why I upload everything on YouTube. Even in the inner circle, all the videos that I upload in the inner circle are through YouTube. So you can like use YouTube translation. One man trying to conquer the world here. 5150, yeah, that could hold maybe going into New York session. Like timing could be key in terms of entry. If you look at gold, yesterday, for example, like yesterday, it pushed up, and then coming into New York session, it kind of fluctuated. When did it really move? Like 9 a.m. after 9 a.m. when it really moved yesterday. So depending on what happens, like this is where like forward thinking plays a role too. It's like where price is now. Obviously it looks good for a push up. What are the types of things that could happen in between that? Like it could go for a liquidity grab and try to reclaim the same zone. I've talked about that a lot on some sessions recently. Behavior with price. Like one of the setups I've been referring to a lot that I sent out a signal, where was it? Over here at 49.75. So there was a trade that I had sent out right here on gold. Actually, it looks like a perfect entry. I'm going to show you a trade from last week. 49.75. We bought gold at 49.75, 49.70 area. Looks like a perfect entry when you look at it right now, right? We were thinking gold was going to push up there. That's the signal I sent. Like I was thinking gold's going to push up. I was looking at this. So at the time, like you're looking at the market, looks like there's a good area here, good place, right? And when you look at it from this point of view right now, it's like, okay, the market, it was nice, good setup, right? What you don't see right now is maybe that wick, right? What you don't see is this wick, right? When you're in the trade or something, right? So when you're looking at analysis, there's forecasting and there's trading. There's a difference between forecasting things with your arrows and actually trading, getting in, timing things, patience, right? Some people are really good at forecasting, doing analysis, drawing charts up, predicting where things could go, but when it comes down to like getting in and entering, they suck, right? Or they flop or they get emotional. And like if you look at that trade, here's the trade I'm talking about. That wick right there. Like, you know, you could have a perfect analysis like I just showed you. You go look at that setup. It's like, wow, that was a simple setup. Looks perfect, right? When you look at it right now. Perfect, right? Perfect trade, perfect setup, right? Wow. You guys this is where we were buying? Damn. But when you're actually in that trade and something happens like this long wick that randomly, let's say randomly forms, right? These are the types of things that can get in the way of your analysis. You might look at a chart right now. We could look at gold right now, and it's like we could think like, okay, we got a perfect chart in front of us. Looks nice, right? So thinking forward, like if you see that type of behavior, like if we're looking for this move up, right? But price is here right now, and later on, something that might seem random happens, and it's fast. We call them liquidity grabs. Might be like manipulation, stop loss hunts. Those things tend to happen, and I'm showing you a perfect trade like over here, where it's like was thinking gold was gonna push up, and there was a wick down real quick, and that wick down was actually the exact confirmation for the trade. That wick down is that actually made me hold the trade and say I'm gonna hold this. That was the exact confirmation. So things like that, waiting for the unexpected, but expecting the kind of unexpected, like random things to happen, liquidity grabs. In terms of timing, like New York session is usually where those things happen. So when you're looking at gold right now, yeah, it could push up. I could try to go for that push up. I understand even different things I could do that are out of my control, right? That price could behave in a certain way, could come down, retest the low, and still make the same move, right? There could be different type of price behavior later on still to create that move, to still confirm that move, if that makes sense. So, I mean, right now, 4 hours, been pulling back. I think it could potentially flip. I feel like New York session is going to be key today. With that being said, you might see like a liquidity grab, because price is kind of just stalling out here. So there might be like a strong push down first, maybe try to grab liquidity, and it comes back into the zone. It comes back to like reclaim the same zone before doing that push up, right? That is something that could potentially happen that if it does, most traders might not expect, right? So it's either like you're kind of having that preparation in mind, like of things that could happen that might seem harder, or it's like, yes, price could still push up from here, right? It's ultimately like looking for the same move, but understanding what could happen, the different scenarios still, so you don't get sidetracked. Like the setup could still hold. 4 hour could try to wick down, but still end up flipping. So just giving you guys some expectancy even for like later on, New York session, right? Later on, 5 hours, 6 hours from now, all right? If dollar rejects, more significantly here, we're already flipping on the 4 hour right now. That could give in that momentum, that volume for gold, all right? Whoa. Chat's going Italian now. We got Italian chat going on now here, yo. Whoa. Guys, I'm not Italian. What is going on here? What is going on? Whoa. Shout out to the Italians, yo. Shout out to Italy. You know what? I'll come to Italy this year. You know, I'll come to Italy in the summertime, all right? For those of you guys in Italy. All right, I'll be out there this summer, all right? You hear that, Leo? Is Leo what? Leo on here? We'll come out to Italy this year. Who's in Italy? Where are you guys at in the chat? Type in the chat. Where are you guys tuning in from tonight? It's 3:52 in the morning. Right now, it's 3 in the morning. London session right now. New York session starts in like 5 hours from now. Right now it's 4 o'clock in the morning for me. And we can look at the market right now. We don't have to look for trades right now. We can get some preparation for even New York session. Right? We can prepare, even look at what's going on right now, and that could still come for movement later for New York session. Right now, this is a psychological level Now we see gold 5150. Gold really likes these numbers. This is a whole number, right? Some people like to call it a psychological level. Whole number. I think that's a good level to see if we hold. If we can hold, if the market can stay above that level. We have like this low here as well. For the day, probably going into New York session. There could be wicks down, like a wick. See, like this, we already made this drop down, big wick. There could be other wicks down, longer wicks that try to come down, but still like reclaim this same area the market's still in right now. So, I mean, that's what I'm seeing today. And this could play out like this analysis. So it's on the 4 hour, right? We're getting like this pullback on the 4 hour could play out for New York session today. I think, what is this? Like 145. What is this low? I think what invalidates this is if we close underneath that low there at like 145, maybe like 144. If we close underneath that, like where my crosshair is, I think that invalidates it. So that means the market still could try to attack that and still make the same move. It's been consolidating pretty much ever since the drop. We had a fast drop and we've just been consolidating here. Potentially, like, that means potentially market goes for like a liquidity grab closer to New York session and then ends up reclaiming or recovering the zone. I just wanted to come on quickly and do some quick analysis for you guys before New York session loads today. This is what I'm looking at on the 4 hour time frame gold. And yeah, we're going to see how this plays out. Where are you guys tuning in from? Where's everybody tuning in? We got anybody from Italy? New York, New York, New York. They're translating. Yo, shout out the team. Teamwork makes the dream work right there. That shows you the team's elite right here. Shout out to the Italians. They really put in that work, yo. Respect to the Italians, man. They put in that work, man. Good people, all right? Poland, we got Poland, Australia, New York. Is it cold over there? Are y'all probably cold over there, yo? New York right now? How's the weather there right now? It's freezing over here in Toronto, like freezing. Like you go outside, you can feel it, the cold in your bones. It's pretty cold. It's probably cold out there in New York, I bet. You guys are surrounded by all that water too. Like, if it's freezing here, it's gotta be cold over there. Yeah, facts. There we go. You said it. It's fucking like I pull up my phone, like I'm on my phone looking at the charts when I'm walking outside, and I'm like my hand starts getting cold. I'm like looking at the charts while I'm walking. I'm like, dog, I don't even want to go outside, yo. Having to put on like sweatpants and track pants and a jacket, man. Like, oh man, need some. I like just walking outside with a shorts and a t-shirt. It's just simple. We gotta move. Four-hour flip, maybe, fam. Who knows? Like, let's see. Same type of way I do analysis every day. But here we're looking at something that looks nice. It looks nice. It looks nice. I'm liking the way it looks. What price we got on futures? Just under 5,200 on futures. Just sweeping under 5,200, eh? Does it reclaim 5,200? That's interesting too. 5,200 just underneath on futures price. So it's like could try to reclaim. Right, it's looking interesting, gold. If you look at let's see here. Look at where is Tether gold? Look at these Pax Golds. You got Pax Gold, Tether Gold. Wonder what they're trying to do with this, man. I saw a video on YouTube about how they're trying to take this to $20,000, and it kind of blew my mind. And I was like, man, like, I don't just try to look at every video and be like, for like hindsight like that, like, oh my god, gold going to 20K. There was a video where it was talking about like Tether, the company Tether, because they made they got Tether Gold, which is open 24/7. It's tokenized gold. Same with Pax Gold. Got Pax Gold, Tether Gold, which they have pretty big market caps right now. It's like pretty much in the top 30 crypto. Why did they make this? There's some people who speculate why they made it, what they want to do with it. Tether being this, with a market cap of 183 billion here. Tether Gold, interesting thing. No audio on YouTube? Wait, what? What are you all talking about, man? Actually, what's going on, man? What happened? Yo, this thing's bugging out, fam. I swear you buy some things and this fucking shit doesn't fucking work. This thing's bugging out, man. Hungry. What's going on? Why does it keep doing that? I didn't even mute. I don't know. Did I mute it? Bruh. I know. I was quick for that one. I was quick to that one. I think I was. Some people are saying some people are saying it's muted. Come to Australia. All right, mate. Let's go to Australia, mate. Australia seems cool. Never been there. Been to 41 countries. I've been to 41 countries. Haven't been to that part. 70s are holding for now. It's about this 4-hour flip, fam. Like, look at dollar. It's obviously interesting on the 4-hour. Dollar's having some 4-hour bearish rejection right now. So that's why it's kind of looking like gold wants to flip. Right now, like the 4 hours fluctuating. I think in terms of timing, if we're going to get this move today, it's like it'll probably happen during New York more. Like maybe it could start in these next few hours, but we have New York session loading. Pre-market, we have like New York session 8 o'clock loading. So in a couple hours, we're like right before New York. Watch this 4-hour candle. This 4-hour candle is going to be important. And then the next one. Keep an eye on the DXY. Because right now it's starting to show some rejection, like on this 4-hour. I know if that 4-hour keeps its rejection, or if this candle even, because this candle has 3 hours left on it, if this candle even rejects more, or if it closes bearish, that could be significant for the next candlestick. And if that happens, in that matter of time, gold would flip. I know that, so like I'm looking at this today. Let's see how we do today, yo. We might be having another trade breakdown video of this. I might like I called out. So this is a signal. The signal I called out in London session at 1:45, like a little bit over 2 hours ago now, is right here. This. I mean, basically like stop loss, like. I'm using right now, the like gold right now is more. This is the most volatility gold has seen since the 2008 financial crisis. So more than ever, gold is really volatile right now. So one thing I'm doing with my stop losses now to gauge things is actually just give myself more breathing room and not freak out about it. Like I'm trying to catch moves, trying to make money, protect myself, and still be in the moves. So I'm giving myself a bit more breathing room on some movements, And that's like helping out. I've even noticed on some trades that have had some interesting experiences that weren't perfect. Like if I added like 30, 40, 50 pips to my stop loss, it just would have made like for an entirely different trade where I almost got stopped out or close to getting stopped out, or I got stopped out, then it completely reversed. So like I'm just giving myself more breathing room on some of these entry zones that I'm looking for or finding. And that's been helping out to like gauge with the volatility to at least catch the moves. I mean, yeah, we caught this move. That is the zone. So that's the signal right there. I mean, that area is still holding. I might look for another signal. Like this zone is still holding it. It is still in profit. 100 pips right now. 50 to 100 pips from the zone. We already hit pretty much like... We already hit like 200 pips in profit almost. Almost. Right? Yeah, almost. Like we got there almost. Like 100, like 180, 190 pips in profit, 150 pips in profit from our zone around that area. And yeah, it's still holding. That could still hold. If it doesn't, then it pretty much means like maybe there's another entry zone to find. Like the zone I called it is still holding, which was like I said, 170, 165 here. Still holding. If that comes to that stop loss, goes below the stop loss, it means the market could be going for a liquidity grab and another setup is forming. Maybe it going for a liquidity grab and it recovers the zone, it comes back. Like I figure if it goes down to that price, it could mean that price is trying to set up differently, and it's like, okay, and another setup could hit. For now, this zone's holding. New York session, there could be another setup. I don't see another signal right now, right? Other than the one that this is what I sent out for London. I'm not going to call it another trade in London. I'll probably wait for New York if I do call it another trade today. All right. Maybe it's even the same zone. Like it could be the same zone that I call out. Might be the same zone or a different zone. Price is still in profit from the zone I called out. But yeah, that's what I got for gold tonight. DXY. Some rejection happening on the 4 hour. If this candle were on, it has 2 hours and 54 minutes, so almost 3 hours left on the candle. If this candle makes a bigger rejection, then you're going to see gold push up even more. If this candle were on in the next 2 hours and 54 minutes rejects even more, gold will try to flip up. Or if this candle closes bearish, that could be setting up for the next candle to go down, which again flips gold potentially up bullish, right? I'm going to wrap this session up for the morning just so I can stream later. Trying to find trades all sessions. Tokyo session. Found a trade Tokyo session. So I'm just going to go for it. Like if I found a trade Tokyo session, it hit. Found a trade London session, it hit. I'm going to go for that third trade. Take it if you want. Maybe use light risk. Let's see. I'm going to go for that third trade probably today. And just try to keep the ball rolling. Right? Like we had Tokyo session trade hit. London session trade hit. And usually there's where I would stop and be like, all right, guys. Like, this trade hit, this trade hit. But I'm going to keep it going. Go for that third trade and see. But mind you, before it, we hit one trade Tokyo session. We hit one trade London session. I'm going to go for that third trade New York and see if we can find another one. And let's see. I'm going to wrap it up, though. Here for the night, for the morning, wherever you are. It might be a different time. Some of you guys might be ahead. Some of you guys might be behind. All right, we're going to wrap it up in a little bit here. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this session. Thank you. Said bless you. Thank you. Make sure you guys check out the videos. Hey, if you guys want me to stream more. And next 30 days is going to be super active. But when we launch Inner Circle 2.0, I'm going to be really active that entire month. When we launch 2.0, We're going to be streaming a lot. We're going to be going over a lot of stuff. We're going to be really, really active that month. I mean, when we launch, those of you guys that are already inside the community are going to be pretty busy with the content that's inside the website, aside from the streams that we do. So there's going to be a lot of new content for you guys to watch. So we're going to be pretty busy. With that being said, you guys will be busy. And when we launch 2.0 Inner Circle, right, it's going to be a whole new entire ecosystem, guys. Like, we're going to be legendary mode. This is going to be legendary. Like, I'm not hyping things up. There's been a lot of value, a lot of results that have come out of the Inner Circle, a lot of breakthroughs, and this is just basically a whole level up to the Inner Circle, upgrading it. Whole website coming out in 39 days. So this is basically an outline of how some of the website's going to look, and Inner Circle Elite members will get access to it. There will be a free section on the website where I do some featured posts, featured blogs, featured insights, analysis, maybe some videos here from time to time, kind of like I do on YouTube as well, where I post some videos on YouTube. So that's on the way, guys. Like, as the weeks count down, you're going to see me talk about it. As the weeks count down, it's going to become closer and closer as we get to that. And yeah, like 40 days, like just under 40 days now. It seems like a long time, but watch, it'll come quick. And if you're in the Inner Circle, I'm telling you, you're early. Some of you guys, I get DMs where people tell me, like, I feel like I'm late to the party. I missed out. I should have joined earlier when I had the opportunity. I'm telling you right now, not trying to hype things up. Like, with what we're launching, what's coming, you're not missing out really on anything. There's just more and more coming. And imagine what it's going to look like 2 years from now. Like, we're about to upgrade it completely, right? And this is an outline of what it looks like. 2 years from now, it's going to look completely different, right? It's going to be revamped, upgraded. Like, more things will get added. Once I get the site fully functional, everything upgraded, everything working on the technical end. And yeah, I'm excited to use it. This is just kind of like a little PowerPoint. Like, I can't even click on everything. It's just kind of just like a little PowerPoint. Can show you guys. Like I said, there's going to be some featured posts and stuff. A free section for people where they can learn like some insights, some little blogs, some forums from time to time. Stuff like maybe stuff like this, where it's just like news, insights, stuff like that, right? Where I'll post there weekly. But yeah, if you want full access, I would get in before 2.0 launches, because when 2.0 launches, the price is going to get raised from what it is at right now. There's a lot of value that's going to get poured into this. I'm going to be putting hundreds. I've already put in, with the videos that are coming, a lot of hours into it, but I'm going to be putting hundreds and hundreds of hours into this. So you're going to hear me talk about it pretty much every day, because it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Was expected to launch it earlier in like the year, at a different time, but God had other plans. All right. It's loading though. So I'll see you guys on the inside. I'll see you guys on the next stream. All right. Now remember that. Check out the YouTube videos, guys. If you guys want me to stream more, you guys want more trades, you guys want me to stream more, show some love, you know? You get what you give in life. I've learned that. All right. Show some love, yo. Show some love, yo. Comment on the videos. Like the videos. There's a lot of fire videos here. Like the videos. Comment on the videos. That actually fires me up. All right. I just posted a fire video yesterday. We got 11 comments. I think we can do better than that, all right? Show some love. Like the videos. I pay attention to that stuff, guys. I look at that stuff, and it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. All right, there we go. I got 17 comments. We're doing a bit better there. There we go. There we go. These are some fire videos. Like, some of these videos are only getting like 700 views. Check these videos out, because there's some videos that I posted like 7 months ago. For example, this one right here. Everybody should go watch this video right now, actually. Everybody should actually go watch this video right now. Posted 7 months ago. Some of you guys might have missed this video. And to this day, the information I talk about in that video is helping me out. Everything I talk about in this video and how the market has been trading. Because I talk about the smartest way to trade gold in 2025, right? And I talked about there's going to be more traps for traders. So 2025, the point of this video is how 2025 is going to be different. And we're seeing 2026 the same. So if you learned 2025's market, you're approaching 2026 the same, right? And this video from 7 months ago, I'm talking about how 2025 is going to be different. And how you're gonna want to trade smarter, because there's going to be all these headlines. There's going to be all these headlines. Now, it's not just headlines, it's real things. Like, there's headlines, right? Like crypto headlines. How many crypto headlines do we get every day that show positive, 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 positive? Like, you get all these positive headlines with crypto. These are different headlines. These are geopolitical situations. So I talked about this 7 months ago, and to this day, I talked about headlines, like real things. We're not just trading headlines here. We're understanding like what these types of things, these types of geopolitical things, and how they impact the market, how liquidity rotates. This guy, the Trump trades, and to this day, like the stuff I'm talking about in this video, because it's at different prices. That's when gold was in the 2000s, on the way to 3,000. To this day, right? The pullbacks, 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 the same thing that I've been talking about has been standing the test of time. See, some of you guys are just, that's why some of you guys, like, you learn, and then you forget, and you jump, and it's like you forget about what works, what's there. You try to jump from strategy to strategy, overload of information, and you kind of just like forget like what was working could still work, right? Check out that video, Smartest Way to Trade Gold 2025, if you haven't seen it. Like, that video is fire. I've been thinking about that because I'm like, man, it's crazy to think back. And even the one that I posted recently, 2026, I posted a 2026 one kind of about gold. And bro, I told you guys gold was going to go to like $5,300 way before it hit $5,300 in December. So make sure you check out those videos. Like I said, comment, like on the videos. Or else I'm never going to stream again. This is my last stream. All right. I'm out. Peace out. Yo, I'll see everybody in New York session. Last stream. This is the last stream, all right? I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in Italy. I'll meet you there. I'm joking, but sarcasm, all right? Sarcasm. Sarcasm, all right? Sarcasm, by the way. I'll see y'all in Italy, though. For real. Peace, peace, peace. We out. I don't know when, but